Hi guys, welcome to the new TES Talks. Oh my god, it's freezing in here. So you have probably seen the new Your Zen Life, which I'm very, very excited about. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I've been working on this for over a year and just trying to finesse it, make it feel more in line with who I am now, as I am obviously an evolving spirit, as we all are. But when I started TES Talks, I was in one sort of mind frame and I had a bunch of like really different life passions, and now I just feel like I've shifted so much in my life that I wanted the site to represent kind of who I am now. And yeah, I just thought it was the perfect time to do it, and the feedback has been amazing. I'm so excited that you guys love it. What I really wanted from this new Your Zen Life was I want you guys to become a community. Like I really want like a little tribe of Your Zen Lifers who are feeling inspired to live their best life and to live consciously and mindfully, and that's really exciting because I think there's so much separatism in the world that it really feels empowering to me, this idea of a community of really positive and uplifting and encouraging people, and together as a group we are much stronger. And I just love this idea, and so I want you to all get on the forum, connect with each other, swap numbers, do meetups. I'll come and join for the meetups. I think it's really exciting, and it really feels like there's, you know, this wonderful energy behind Your Zen Life, and we are creating a really special community, and I'm really proud of it. It's like one of the most exciting things in my life. So anyway, today's topic, I actually wanted to share with you these amazing pearls of wisdom that I got from Oprah's Super Soul Sessions Series 2, which I attended not last weekend, the weekend before. My good friend Ellie Norse, who you guys will be getting to know in the future, she invited me, and she runs Atomic Mums, the podcast that I've been on a few times, and I was so excited to get the invitation. And it was a full day, and you arrive around 8:30 and you're done by 5 p.m. So we had a great date, and it was amazing, and I took so many notes. This was the booklet that you get given, has all the names of all the people speaking, and then I took like a bunch of notes. And so this TES Talks is gonna really be about some of the things I learned. And so many of you always ask me, what books do you read? Like where do you get your stuff from? And it's from people like these guys who spoke. So the speakers were, gosh, I don't know if I can pronounce this right, but Shaka Senghor, Marie Forleo, Cheryl Strayed, Caroline Miss, Amanda Stenberg, Chris Carr, India Ari, Dr. Shafali Sabari, Eckhart Tolle, Kerry Washington, and Oprah herself. And let me tell you, I had the most recharging day that day. I was mostly excited for Eckhart Tolle because he's been a huge part of my life over the last month. I mean, he has like sporadically on and off over the years, but I really was in desperate need to find some strength and to find some stillness and some presence, because I was totally sitting in what my meditation teacher calls future tripping, which is the root of anxiety. I mean, when you are not present and when you are sitting in an anxious state and worrying, typically it's because you're focused on the future. Now, when you're feeling low, depressed, sad, afraid, that is apart from afraid. Afraid's more anxiety, but feeling low and depressed, that is sitting in memories and sitting in the past. So I wasn't doing that. I was future tripping, completely future tripping about just a bunch of different things, which I'll get into later. Maybe not, I'm not gonna have time this TES Talks, but I will next time. So I just found Eckhart Tolle again, and I just kind of reintroduced myself to his works, read A New Earth, and then every night I would listen to his voice before I went to sleep. And just the most beautiful truth spewing man around, and his voice is hypnotic, he's very meditative, and it's just real. It's so grounded in reality, and it gets so like esoteric sometimes that you really have to like reread it or re-listen to what you're listening to like really grasp the concept that he's talking about. But when you do, it's, oh my gosh, it feels like there are no problems. All problems have been eradicated and you're suddenly completely present. And for me, he's been a godsend. Like February and March, I've really been using him. And then I got to hear him speak, and I felt like that was so the universe gifting me with that. So I just want to actually read out some of my notes to you guys, because I took very thorough notes, and this has been like my Bible. Okay, so Shaka was amazing, by the way. He murdered someone when he was a teenager, when he was 19, and he went to jail for that, and he completely changed his life around, and his victim's family forgave him, and his victim's family said that they love him, and he really dedicated his life to being the change. And he now speaks to people, he helps reform people coming out of jail, and he was really amazing. This is one. I'm gonna maybe do one or two from each speaker, but okay, so Shaka said, transformation comes when we can see the broken child within the person. That is their authentic self. Isn't that so beautiful? When you see that broken child within each and every body, the way that we perceive them completely changes. And I think you meet them with love and compassion when you can see them in that light. I thought that was so beautiful. Cheryl was amazing. She was so natural and really unrehearsed too, which I appreciated because it felt so real. I think there were maybe one other person on that list who was so rehearsed and so perfect in the performance, and it was like a comedy show, and I didn't connect with that as deeply, but Cheryl was someone that I just loved. She said, don't let your dreams ruin your life. You can have a B+ year, and that's okay. You don't have to aim for A+, and if you don't get it, then basically it's you're being let down by these certain expectations. So she says, surrender to your own mediocrity, which I thought was really cool, and no one really says that. She was like, real. You're the original master of your greatness. And she says, reckon with who you actually are, not who you try to be. Caroline Miss, I thought she was sassy and funny and real. She's the best-selling author of Anatomy of the Spirit, which is another book that I love. And so she's a medical intuitive. I thought she was amazing. And I was really excited to see her because I read her book years ago. I was so interested in the work that she does. And she says that you lose your energy in your history. And that is what is affecting your present. So basically that means so much time is spent dwelling on your history and your past that immediately pulls you out of the present. And she says that that's where sickness is born, is in that, which I can totally relate to. She also said sickness often comes when you haven't given birth to something creative yet. And she's seen that in her clients and all the people she's helped over the years, is that sometimes like it manifests itself in a physical way when you aren't being creative. Whatever creativity is to you, whatever that means to you, lean into that and do that, and make sure that becomes a priority in your life, because it can show up in other ways that are really unexpected, like having some sort of physical ailment. And I loved what she talked about in that. I thought it was really, really wonderful. Never trust your mind to heal. The instrument for healing is in the soul. Love that one. Okay. Amanda, oh my gosh, she was amazing. She is this, I think she's 17. She's like this radical activist. Yep, 17-year-old. Trailblazing force has been called one of the 2016's most important voices. And she was amazing. She came up and she was like, you are enough just because you exist. And she says that she's had to learn that it's okay to exist as herself, and that we are most revolutionary when we are authentically ourselves. And I really believe that. I think she's got so much wisdom, and she's 17. She's like an old soul who's lived many lives, I assume. Chris Carr, another best-selling author of Crazy Sexy Cancer, unbelievable woman. She was fantastic, and she is a cancer thriver, not cancer survivor. And she was just like funny and sassy and cool, and such an inspiration. And she said, let fear awaken you and not cripple you. She says, follow your wonder, have your own back. And Dr. Shivali said, and she's like Oprah's go-to child specialist. She's amazing. She said, children are the gurus of the present. They have no attachment to the past, which is so evident when you watch them play and interact with people and things around them. And then she said that children are not our easels where we get to paint the life we never had. So cool. They're not an extension of us. They're their own individual beings, and that has to be embraced and celebrated. And yeah, and it's hard when you have a kid because you want them to be certain things and want them to be certain ways, and then you just let go of it and celebrate who they are as their own little being. India Ari, phenomenal. She was incredible. She has the most beautiful voice and spirit, and she like completely recharged me. She said that your shadows make you whole. I loved that. And quickly I'll go on to Eckhart because we don't have much time. He was amazing. He said that, well, the best thing I got from him, gosh, he was so peaceful. I was like literally like in a Zen meditation listening to him. He said that have the interaction with a person that you meet, but do it without the interpretation. So when you meet someone, don't immediately have a judgment, figure out who they are. I totally do that. I'm so guilty of doing that. Meeting someone and being like, oh, that person's like this, or labeling them. When he's asked, what did you think of that person? He has no judgment. He has nothing to say. He says, oh, I had a pleasant interaction with them. But he doesn't label them any certain way. He just was present in his pure interaction with them. And that is so remarkable. We can do that in every aspect of our lives. And I love it. I love just having the experience, even if it's not an interaction with a person, just sitting in an experience, being present without having to label or analyze what that experience was or what that experience meant to you. Just letting it be and being in flow with that. Love that. That was my favorite thing. You are never more essentially yourself than when you are still. Love that. It's so true. It's so, so true. Just being still and just being in the place of I am. It's so good. I love it. Our lives, there's just so much self-imposed busyness. It's like time to eradicate that and just like sit, breathe, and be still. Okay, I feel like I have so much more to talk about, but I'm out of time. I literally have 45 seconds and then YouTube's gonna cut me off. So I have to say, thank you. You guys are the best. Oh my gosh, you recharge me, and it's so nice that you are embracing this new website, and I love you guys. And I'm gonna do way more TES Talks. They'll be coming at a more frequent rate. Can't even speak right now. Okay, I love you guys. Bye.